Detroit, 1998. The opera house shimmered under chandeliers as dignitaries and stars filled the velvet seats, ready to celebrate the Queen of Soul. Backstage, though, tension simmered. Aretha Franklin, poised and imperious, sat silently in her dressing room. Her gaze, calm but piercing, fell on her assistant. A name on the program, a name she never approved, made her chest tighten. Without a word, she closed her makeup case. Then she said simply, "If he sings tonight, I walk." The event teetered, scrambling to adjust because Aretha didn't need a microphone to command a room. Her presence alone was enough. For decades, she bore insults quietly, but in her later years, the Queen began naming names. First among them, Beyoncé. The moment was subtle yet seismic. At the 2008 Grammys, Beyoncé introduced Tina Turner as the Queen, smiling radiantly. The audience cheered, but Aretha, the original Queen of Soul, felt a sting of erasure. The title wasn't a nickname, it was a hard-earned legacy, rooted in gospel, civil rights, and decades of unrivaled artistry. Aretha's rare public statement called the remark a lapse in respect, a quiet admonition that rippled through the music world. Privately, she referred to Beyoncé as a gifted girl who forgot to curtsy. Next was Ray Charles. In the mid-1970s, a televised duet promised magic. Rehearsals were warm, playful, but on air, Charles improvised wildly, undermining their arrangement. Aretha tried to adapt, but the performance fell apart. Off camera, Ray reportedly laughed, "She's great, but not quick on her feet." To the public, it seemed like spontaneity. To Aretha, it was betrayal. She never performed with him again. Then came Luther Vandross. In the early 1980s, Aretha returned from a hiatus for a major comeback. Vandross, a Rising Stars producer, wanted perfection. Aretha sang from instinct, "One tense night," his words cut deep, "Stop over-singing. Silence." Aretha stood, eyes steady, and said, "Nobody tells the Queen how to reign," leaving the studio and him behind. Keith Richards followed, with words meant to diminish. "Soul died with Otis Redding," he said, casually dismissing her legacy. Aretha's reply was sharp but measured. "Some people confuse loud guitars with depth. Bless his heart." Even her peers were not immune. Dionne Warwick had publicly misrepresented her absence at Whitney Houston's funeral, claiming Aretha failed to appear when illness had kept her away. In 2017, Aretha issued a 5-page statement calling out the lies and closing with one line, "Dionne knows what she did." Her hometown pride was challenged too. Eminem, the Detroit prodigy, never acknowledged the path she'd paved. No nod, no reference, nothing. To Aretha, it wasn't slights, it was erasure. She responded not with words in the press, but with silence. Even an admired ally could falter. A planned duet with Billy Joel in the early 2000s fizzled before it began. Joel's casual jokes and tone-deaf humor during rehearsal were an affront. Aretha left quietly, canceling the concert. Later she remarked, "He plays piano like a poet, but talks like a fool." Respect, she knew, was invisible yet essential. Without it, the music and the bond disappeared. For most of her life, Aretha let her voice speak. She was the first woman in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a beacon with hits like Respect, Natural Woman, and Chain of Fools. But behind each note lay stories of betrayal, quiet battles, and unspoken resentments. In her final years, she chose clarity over silence, not revenge, but honesty. Queens bleed, legends are hurt, and sometimes the most powerful anthem is simply naming the names that wronged you.